Hola, hola, and welcome to the Speaker Movement podcast. I am your host, Steph, a public speaker and coach for creatives who are looking to enter their speaker era in order to grow their brand and amplify their impact in sustainable ways. Getting paid to speak is one of the coolest things ever, but my issue, if you will, hold on, it's going to make sense in a moment. My issue with getting paid to speak is that a lot of the times what it ends up doing is it ends up turning public speaking into a service that's like a one-time transaction, when in reality, it doesn't have to be. Now, I'm not saying to not get paid to speak. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing because it isn't. I'm not saying that you now have to go ahead and accept every free public speaking opportunity that comes your way. But I think there's a very clear distinction between, hey, I use public speaking as exactly that, as a service, versus I use public speaking as a way to grow my brand and then make sales in other ways. So you can get paid or unpaid, but just know that the speaking opportunity, it's not about just getting paid, signing a contract, preparing for the talk, delivering an amazing experience for the attendees, and then walking away like nothing happened and moving on to the next. No, regardless of whether you get paid or not, that opportunity has so much more potential if you're intentional about it. There's probably a lot of different opportunities I could pick examples from, but there's one in particular that stands out for me where I did the paid gig. It was a paid workshop. It was a lot of fun. I put things together. We showed up for like an hour or so. It was about 8 folks in attendance, like just under 10. It was really awesome. It was fun. And after the fact, I continued to maintain an active relationship with the host, as well as with like a couple of the people that had attended. It was my decision to keep talking about the workshop itself, how it went, my expertise around that, right? And not just treating it as a one and done, that actually led to a podcast interview by the host. And that led to being invited to speak inside of a course, and that led to another podcast interview, and simultaneously both the interview and the course led to sales. So it was this interconnected web of opportunities that if I had just looked at it as, oh my God, I'm getting paid to speak, awesome, done, traded the service, move on, let me find another client, let me find another opportunity, I would have missed out on what that opportunity could have done for my brand. So much more visibility, so many more public speaking opportunities, and sales at the end of it all. This is why I tell my clients, why I tell my community, why I tell you that it's so important to actively build genuine relationships with people and to continue to nurture them after the fact. I've actually gone ahead and said no to opportunities that didn't 100% feel aligned. And part of it was the lack of existing relationship with the person that was pitching me. It's not to say that I don't often say yes to people I don't know, because I do it a lot. But sometimes there'll be a feeling that I have, like a gut feeling and reaction where it's like, I'm not too sure this is 100% for me. But if I had a closer relationship with this person, I would entertain this opportunity more, right? That's interesting. So being able to build genuine and real relationships with people, not only does it increase the chances of getting yeses, not only does it increase the chances of you wanting to participate in opportunities and speak at events and on podcasts, but it also then, when you continue to nurture those relationships after the fact, they can lead to even more opportunities, more collaborations, more gigs, more sales. So relationships, community building, that's at the root of how you can book so many public speaking opportunities. For those of you excited to enter your speaker era, there's a lot of free resources as well as paid programs as part of the speaker movement, which you can access through the links in the show notes. I encourage you to check them out, reach out and ask questions if you have any, and I will see you inside the next episode of the Speaker Movement podcast.